Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another AGcellent adventure.
See, look at that. You're a natural.
Yes, I can do it.
Yes, we are here for another episode.
No, you're not. No.
No, we're going to use that.
No.
We're here for another episode of Dave and Pez. AGcellent adventure located just north of beautiful Odebolt, Iowa.
Yeah.
The center of commerce in Iowa. Literally everything that's invented is apparently invented in Odebolt.
I don't know about everything.
Well,
but
70%. Dave takes a swig out of his, whatever that thing is, his football Iowa State cup.
CyHawk week.
We finally got the numbers evened out here today. I'm a Hawkeye fan.
That's correct.
Dave's a clone. Josiah's a clone. But with us, we have a very special guest. Are you officially the owner yet, or owner?
Not owner yet.
In process. Mitchal, who we've mentioned, Sheldon Power and Equipment,
Yes.
is with us today.
Yes.
It's exciting to have him here. We're going to get to know him a little bit, and he is a Hawkeye fan, I hear.
I am. Yep.
Boom.
Graduated from the University of Iowa.
Let's go. This is a man of integrity right here.
I thought about bringing the Iowa gear, but I didn't want to get off on the wrong start. So
Good idea.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Well, we're very happy to have you here. What is your last name? I don't know if I've ever caught it.
yeah, Van Gorp.
Mitchal Van Gorp. Wait
Yeah.
a minute. Are you related to a Paul Van Gorp?
Yes,
And who's
that's my
married to
cousin.
Kyla?
Yes, that's my cousin.
Small world.
Look at this.
Small
Isn't
world.
that amazing?
I've known these people for years.
Really?
Wait, it's Kyla, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so she was in youth group with me back in the
Okay.
day. Her parents go to Summit. I've been friends with her since like
Stop
junior
it.
high.
Seriously?
Really?
Small world.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I just
that's
was
cool.
with Paul at the lakes probably a couple weeks ago for
Yeah.
Okoboji Bible Conference. They go up there every year
How about
in
that?
camp, and so took
Good
him on a ride on the
people.
boat.
Man.
Yeah.
Good
Look
people.
at that.
Yeah.
It is.
So what's your relation? What's your relation?
Paul's my cousin, so my dad's brother's son.
Okay.
Yep, my
Neat.
uncle's son.
Oh,
So-
that's cool.
Shout out. All right, now it's up to you to get them to be followers of Huda Media.
There you go. I will do that. I will do that.
So Mitchal Van Gorp, soon to be or down the road owner of Sheldon Powered Equipment, is here. Dave, thanks for setting this up.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've ever had, I guess I've had my Vista Paints owner on the other pod, but we've never really had a sponsor on, so it's exciting to have him.
Yeah, it's fun. But Mitchell's more than just a sponsor.
Yes.
Yes.
He's a friend.
He's a good friend.
Yeah, I look forward to being his friend after today, too. So I'm so excited to have you. You are a homegrown Orab, right?
Yes, correct.
Orange and black.
Yes.
Yep,
One of the
Orabs.
most, feels like they didn't put a lot of thought into come up with that mascot back in the day, the Orabs.
Do you know the story of that? Or
I don't, but I'd love to
I
hear
would
it.
love some clarity.
So I think like in the 1920s or something, they're trying to come up with a mascot name. And I guess they decided on the colors orange and black. Like, okay, well, what can we come up with a mascot? Instead of something cool like the Tigers or whatever, they're like, well, ORA stands for orange, B stands for black. Let's combine it and call it an Orab. So that's how that came about. And I think
Is that a serious story?
That's a serious story. And I think in I don't know if it was 2005 or something like that, we were top 3 worst mascots on ESPN.
Stop.
I think it was the
Oh, that's hilarious.
the pretzels, and then
The Nimrods from Alaska?
Yeah, the peacocks or something, and then us. So I had a
man.
pastor moved into our church, and his son was a year or two older than me, and he legit thought we were the Arabs, kind of until he actually moved in and came. But he was kind of thinking like we were, turban wearing Arabs.
Imagine the uniforms you could have though if you were the Arabs.
Oh, my gosh.
Right.
Oh, my gosh.
What were you?
So-
So what were you guys? Silver and purple? You guys have been like
We were purple and gold, baby. Trojans.
You'd have been the
now,
Gerpels.
since we've joined
the
schools.
the Odebolt Arthur Gerpels. That's what you would have been. What? Gerpels.
Gerpels.
Orange,
Gold and purple.
and gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we've changed colors.
Nice.
Yeah. Sheldon
Awesome.
hasn't joined with anybody, though. Sheldon is just Sheldon
No,
still.
yeah, we do wrestling with Sibley, I think. So it's like SHSO or something,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, still
What's
its own.
Sibley's mascot?
Generals.
The Generals.
Yep.
Now we're
That's
talking
nice.
So
authority.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Mitch, before we dive into Sheldon Powered Equipment, everything you do now, we got to get to know you a little. The people need to get to know you. So tell us about yourself. Where you're from. I guess we now know Sheldon, but kind of your upbringing, maybe your school years. What was childhood like for you? I hear that you grew up on a farm.
I did. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
So grew up on a farm, 10 minutes west of Sheldon, outside of the town of Matlock, Iowa, population 70 probably.
Nice.
So,
Yes, Matlock.
but no, yeah, family farms. My dad grew up on a dairy, so we were originally a dairy. We have 2 big
Makes sense
blue
up there.
harvester silos.
Yeah,
Yep.
makes sense up there.
Yep. So we were a dairy until I think the 90s. My grandpa passed away, and then my dad's oldest brother passed away, and he was kind of like, yeah, I'm not going to run this whole thing by myself. So got rid of the cows. We row crop farm, and then have hog buildings. So we have 7 1,200 head finishers and a 2,400 head finisher, and that keeps us pretty busy. So we got hogs.
So you brought some
row crop.
pork. You brought some homegrown
Yeah, what a guy.
Van Gorp pork.
Van Gorp pork. Yep. I pay my sponsorships in pork. So
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
yeah, I can assure you it's the best pork within a half-mile radius of our hog sites.
There you
probably,
go.
So.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
nice.
give you a mile.
Yeah, okay.
We'll give you
At least a
mile.
mile.
Yeah.
At least a mile.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah.
was that? So I was like the old tale that says, "Oh man, I was up before school doing this." I never really went out and did chores before school, like on our cattle
Yeah.
farm. What was it like for you? Were you out there early morning, walking through buildings, helping pull deads and
Yep.
stuff like that?
Yep. During school years, we would rotate between my brother and I, my dad. In the summers, I would do it more full time, but usually would want to shower 2 or 3 times before you went to school.
Yes.
Wash your hands about 100 times so you
Yeah.
could get the smell off. But chores. Grew up euthanizing pigs
Yep.
and.
You learn the
Fixing-
circle of life at a young
You
age.
do. Yep. I will never forget my first memory of my dad saying, "Do you want to take care of that pig?" And I was probably 12 or 13. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so grew up fixing feed lines and plumbing and hog buildings and
Yeah.
would clean out bulk bins. I can remember I was young enough. I was the only small one that could fit inside the top of a
Oh
bulk
my
bin.
gosh, claustrophobia attack.
Yeah.
So
No
we would
way.
we would strap me to the like with just a tie down strap around
my
my waist,
gosh.
and then
Oh
to the
my
top of the
gosh.
bulk bin and lower me in there, and I would scrape off the sides of the
is
sides of the
amazing.
bulk bin.
No.
We need to
So-
reenact this for a video.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my
Might
god.
not fit now though.
Yeah.
When's the last
No.
time you did that?
Oh, it's probably been
Since your shoulders got wide enough you couldn't fit down
Yeah,
there?
it's probably been 10 years. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man.
So
I did hog chores for a buddy. He had 10 buildings, so I would do his chores for him in the mornings. Took 3 hours maybe every morning. I did that for 2 years. I was just astounded by the amount of nonstop maintenance.
oh yeah.
Always there was something, but now he had 10 buildings, so your odds increase. But it was just nonstop maintenance. Like
It's
all
always-
he did was fix hog buildings.
Yep, it's always something. Yep.
Yeah.
For a while, we had somebody full time that would basically do our chores and do
Yeah.
all the maintenance.
Yeah.
Because it got to be a lot. So,
Yeah.
but something's always broken.
So are these buildings? How long have you had these buildings?
Most of them were built in the 90s, between 95 and 98, and then we built the 2,400 head site in 2015. So
Yeah.
So that one's nice to work in. Not a lot of maintenance, but the older barns,
yeah.
and most of the barns, I'm sure around here too, but most of the barns up there, were mostly built in the 90s, early
Yeah.
2000s.
Yeah.
So
So they've kind of reached their life once, and you've refurnished them, and
yeah,
They've
put in
all-
new
they're all
slats,
on-
put in new
on round two
gates,
for all that stuff.
redid the roofs.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, yeah.
yeah.
I think when they were originally built, when most of them were originally built, I think they said it was a 7-year payoff. You
Yeah.
know, you could build a barn,
Yeah.
pay it off in 7 years.
Yeah.
And I think they said they would last 20 years or something.
Yeah.
Well, most of
Yeah.
the barns now are getting to be
Yeah.
30, 35 years old.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make sense to build a new
that's
one.
the problem.
So
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think,
Yeah.
what is it now, 12-year payoff or 10 years?
I
something
think
like
it's
that?
closer to 20.
Yeah, I think
Is
it's closer
it?
to 20.
Yeah.
From what I read, it's closer
Yeah.
to 20.
I looked into it actually. I want to say around like 2021. I looked at it. I was like talking to Iowa Select, Mash Off, some of these companies, and I just decided to stick with cattle as my main thing.
That was probably a
But
good decision.
I think when I
21.
talked to a guy then, it was like he said 12 years, and the numbers look nice on paper and all that. But
Yeah.
I have a lot of buddies who do it who are very happy. But that's about timing. You probably get in at the right time.
Right.
Changes a lot of those opinions.
It does. Yep.
Yeah.
If you could find a used barn, maybe a 7 or 8 year old barn, that would make sense. But
Yeah.
otherwise, it's
Well, I mean, if you were to build that 2,400 head site today,
Yeah.
what's it going to cost?
I'd say it's close to $1 million.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet.
Wild.
Yep.
Yeah. One of my friends who I actually just took his beef he's getting from me to the locker today, took Dave's beef to the locker today.
There you go.
He told me, so I think they have about 7 hog buildings. And back in the day, they owned them all themselves. And then he said the best decision his dad ever did was, I don't know how the transfer works to another company where if you sell the buildings to them, but going under contract with one of these companies was like the best decision he ever made. He said the years where it was crazy, yeah, I made less money than I would have, but he said it took so much stress off of him.
Yeah.
Just got his contract payment. It allowed them to do other stuff with like buy some ground and stuff like that. He said it was the best decision they ever made.
It's huge.
That's what we do as well. And I think probably 90% of the people in our area, you know, feed for somebody else. So we feed for Seaboard out of Sioux City. But yeah, it's basically one of the only fixed incomes, you know, that you get on the farm. So, but yeah, I know it's getting harder nowadays. Feed's more expensive, you know, labor's more expensive, parts are more expensive, you know, so, but, yeah, we do the same thing as well. Have for a while. So
you grew up in hog barns. Did you play sports growing up? What else did you do?
Yep. Played basketball was kind of my main sport. That ran in the family. My dad played basketball in college. My brother played basketball in college. So that was just kind of a
Did you play basketball in college?
Northwestern College in Orange City. Yep.
Go Raiders.
Yep.
A fine school.
That's right. You went to U of I. You didn't play at Northwestern.
I played at Northwestern for my freshman year
you did?
and then transferred to the University of Iowa.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where the old man and the brother play.
Northwestern in Orange City. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I was the only one in my family, and I think, you know, a fair portion of my extended family that did not go to Northwestern. So,
well, I can imagine how
I was kind of the
about
outcast.
you.
Yeah, I was kind of the outcast.
Every family needs a black sheep.
Yeah.
Oh, there he goes off to the University of Iowa.
They probably thought, oh man, see, you
He's gonna be lost.
You take the Orange
Lost
City,
forever.
Orange City and Northwestern college views versus Iowa City and Iowa. They probably thought
Just a little bit
he's going to
different.
be a lost soul.
Yeah. Yeah. I found you can find what you're looking for anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you had your party years at Northwestern and
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
How about that? Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Who would have
Yeah.
thought?
Mm-hmm.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
There you
That's
go.
right.
There you go.
So Dave, you mentioned playing sports and stuff.
Yep.
He told me that you're like 26, 27?
26. Yep.
All right, so you were born in 99?
98.
98.
Tail end of 98.
All right, so I wrote this down. I said you grew up as a farm kid in the cell phone days. So you better not tell me that you were bored on the farm as a kid. Because Dave and I I was building forts. I was hitting rocks with baseball bats, go-karts. Now, I had a blast. I never really got bored, but what was it like growing up as a cell phone farm kid? I don't understand this life.
Well, I was not allowed to have a cell phone until I was in
Well
high
done,
school.
parents. Well
Dude,
done.
your parents rock.
Well done.
So
This needs to be like a law.
Yeah.
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 I have memories of Saturday mornings. I would try to turn on the cartoons, and my dad would usually be up in, early. And as soon as he'd drive in the yard, I would shut that TV off, sprint outside, and sprint to the shed, and act like I'm doing something.
He knew where the broom was always hidden, sweeping the floor.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So what did you, how far like outside of town was the farm?
About 8 to 10 miles. Yeah.
Okay. So mine was 2 miles. So eventually I got to the point where my parents would let me ride my bike to town and go hang out with friends and stuff. But I imagine that probably didn't happen for you.
No. Yep. Did not ride bike at all. Grew up driving 4-wheeler and would take it too far sometimes. Find myself, you know, 12 miles from the farm on a 4-wheeler. I tried to teach a kid once how to drive a 4-wheeler when I was probably 10. That did not end very well.
No. It's one of those accident stories we hear in the newspaper.
Yeah, he took it behind the hog building. You know, the hog building's kind of on a slope.
Yep.
And just for some reason throttled that thing. And I remember I have a memory of like us being midair, and he's like, "I don't know where the brakes are at." You know,
Doesn't matter when you're midair.
Yeah, too late.
Yeah.
Too late.
I flipped off the back. I think he went off the front, and I just remember hopping on that 4-wheeler, hobbling on it, leaving him there, and driving to the farmyard for help.
Oh man.
So
Well,
Oh
you
my gosh, I hope
yeah,
it's okay.
yeah. no,
Sorry,
he's
sorry,
good.
guys. I
He
didn't mean
fared
to
off
laugh
a
at
lot
you.
better than I did. I was
when you told us that you were listening to our Harvard Derek episode on the way
Yeah.
here, wait till the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
There's an epic 4-wheeler story.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
Coming
have to
your
listen to
way.
it.
Seems to be
Little
part
foreshadowing.
Of the,
Yeah.
I need to make sure the girls start wearing helmets when they're on
4-wheelers
apparently.
was a great way for farm kids to have fun, though,
Yeah.
as a
Yeah.
kid.
Well, and like 3-wheelers were still a thing when
yes.
I was a
Did you have a
kid.
3-wheeler growing up?
No, just 4-wheelers.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dang. So did you ever find yourself like bored, mad you couldn't go hang out with your friends? Snow days were depressing for me. I knew all my friends were together
Yep.
playing like college basketball tournaments on PlayStation.
Oh yeah.
And I was watching like figure skating with my mom or something.
Figure skating.
My mom and sister were big into figure skating. Dude, I could name you every figure skater from the 90s.
Yeah.
Is this a challenge? I mean, is this something you're willing to just start
I
spitting
used
out?
to watch a lot of figure skating, sadly. But anyway, back to the question for you.
Yeah. I don't think my dad could wait until I turned 15 or 16
Yeah.
or whatever so that I could go to town because I was always asking to do that.
Yeah.
I remember when I had my school permit. Sorry, Dad, but when I had my school permit, I would say, well, I'm not allowed to drive to friends' house. He'd say, it's fine, just go.
There you go.
You know, so I'd be
that's
driving
pretty
off
much
my
every
route.
Farm kid.
Yeah.
Pretty much every farm kid.
Yeah.
Were you like that, Dave? I guess I don't know. I've never asked you like what snow days were like for you. Were you bored?
I mean, we would always, I mean, if it was a good enough snow day, then we'd get out the sleds behind the
Okay.
4-wheeler. Just let it rip.
Did you ever find yourself like longing for hanging out with your town friends while you're out here
Oh,
growing
yeah.
up?
Yeah. But we would, so my mom's aunt, 3 miles from here, had a in-ground pool, 10-foot deep in-ground pool. And so we would bike over there. We'd run over there. We'd take the 4-wheelers over there and back. So that was a lot of our summer, was just spending time at the pool. And then the wintertime, you just kind of deal with it, you know. But you got a basketball hoop out here in the shop, and
That
you
does
know,
help.
You got stuff to do, so there's always things around to keep you occupied.
Yeah, that does help for sure.
We were basketball players here, so the shop was that was our home for a lot of the winter.
We had a old hay mow, so we had our dairy barn, and then it's 2-story old style barn, and it had a hay, put all of our hay up top. And when I was probably 10 or something, we converted that into a basketball court.
Nice.
So it was,
Yes.
it was probably, it wasn't full size, maybe it's 3/4 the size of a basketball
Oh, yeah.
court.
That's good.
Not quite as wide, but we put 2 hoops on each end,
Yes.
just plywood,
Probably
painted.
12 foot up. Yeah, they're extra high.
Yeah, yeah. Painted an Orbs logo on the court,
yeah.
and so
There you go.
we would spend a lot of time in there.
Yeah.
It was heated and everything. So,
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
and then we would, when I was in high school, my friends got the idea like, hey, we should throw a New Year's party in there.
There we go.
So the same day of New Year's Eve, I think one of my friends from high school, his dad had some DJ equipment, so we got some DJ equipment, set it up in the barn, just started sending text messages out.
Yes.
It actually kind of turned
This is
into
text
like,
messages. This is what text
I love
messages
it.
in
Yep.
high school do.
Yeah.
Man, didn't have to get on the landline. To
Yeah.
his era.
no, yeah. But the second or third year, I think we had kids driving from like that. I never even invited kids
Yeah.
driving from all over to, and it was like, this is
Whoa.
getting out of
You're
hand.
a little busy up here.
Hey, man, those Van Gorp parties went hard.
Is that like an 80 by 100? How big is that barn?
I think it's 90. The barn itself is maybe 90 by 60.
Okay.
And then there's 2 lean-tos to it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Oh,
We have
man,
a
that's
hay
great.
mow that we still actively use.
Yeah,
Elevator
I've
hay
seen
up
you.
into it, but we
Yeah.
never put a hoop up there though. Harvard Derek, again, you have a funny hay mount basketball story coming your way on that episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys, you have more in common than you think.
just didn't go to Harvard.
Yeah.
That's all.
Oh man. So Dave said that. So you went through college and everything. He said before this,
Yeah.
you sold insurance.
I did. Yeah.
What made you want to get into the insurance world?
Well, I was a business major in Iowa. Didn't really know what I wanted to do. Graduated college during COVID, which was an interesting time, and was just kind of looking for a job.
Did you graduate
And
2020?
2021.
21?
Yep.
Man.
Yeah.
So COVID was still kind of
Yeah.
going on.
Definitely around.
Yeah. So kind of just found myself through LinkedIn. LinkedIn was a thing, obviously, and got a couple interviews. We moved to Des Moines for 3 years because my wife is a PT, pediatric physical therapy. So She went to got her doctorates at Des Moines University. So we lived in Des Moines for 3 years. So I had to find a job. We always knew we wanted to move back, to where we're both from. But found myself in the insurance industry for a while, and
so it was more of a necessity than something you had wanted to do.
Yeah, it's not like I necessarily wanted to sell insurance for my entire life.
He didn't necessarily want to stop by my place and sell me insurance.
Yeah,
because that's how we met.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I called.
He just had to.
The Lord had a plan, man.
When my first day, I didn't really know what it all entailed. It kind of sounded good, right? Like, hey, you get to, go out and talk to business owners and talk to them about their insurance needs. And I was kind of like, all right, let's give this a shot.
Yeah.
First day, basically hands me a yellow book or something equivalent to it, yellow pages, and says, all right, start making some calls.
Hit the ground running.
It's like, all right.
Yes, cold calling.
So my script eventually turned into like, I just got it out in the open because now, kind of as a business owner or manager, it's unreal how many people stop in trying to sell you something, right?
Dude,
whether it's the newspaper or the radio or a website developer. So I kind of get it now, but my call was always like, hey, I hate making these calls just as much as you get, as you like getting them.
Yeah.
I know you hate getting these calls, but here's what I do. Just got it out right away. So that's how
it's kind of the way to go, man.
Yeah.
Selling insurance, selling real estate.
Yeah.
I hate cold calling.
You have some experience with that.
Not fun.
Yeah.
Not fun.
No.
And homeowners aren't like business owners. Homeowners don't expect that coming.
No,
so I just
don't.
so I just never did it. Yeah, I just never did it.
When I did soil sampling, I did a lot of cold calling. I had the guy who I did it for was pretty established, so he usually had about 4,000 or 5,000 acres of guys he worked with to give my way. But I went out and would find like another 3,000-4,000 acres on my own. But man, I spent a lot of time driving an hour each direction. I would kind of like analyze like the amount of bins and stuff they had to know if like this person was like someone who really wanted to deal with me, because I found some of those really, really big guys were super conventional, just gonna do the grid sampling with the co-op, and we were doing more by soil types and different layouts, and so I've really found my niche in the guys that were like 600 to 1,000 acres and stuff like that. Plus, I related to them a little bit more because we're a smaller farmer and stuff. But yeah, cold calling stinks.
I found myself in some interesting spots cold calling.
I bet.
You're in Des Moines. We had a second location down in Sheraton, which is kind of southern Iowa. And so we would have, every once in a while, we'd get some leads from that branch.
Yeah.
And I found myself, pulling up to a place basically on the Missouri border. And
people get goofy down there.
It looked like an abandoned house and like kind of a 20 by 40 like garage or shed. So I kind of pulled up. Guy's not wearing a shirt.
Yeah.
He's probably 70.
Yes, I love this. This is great.
Wearing a bandana. And he's kind of sitting outside what I thought was the garage, and so I'm doing insurance. So I'm kind of asking him questions about the house, And he's like, no, I live in here. He lives in the garage.
Ooh, hope he developed a peak.
Yeah. And then he wanted to take me, kind of show me his fence line and his pasture. Well, we started walking through probably 40 acres of grass that was this tall.
Lord.
And I texted my boss and I said, if you don't hear from me in a couple hours,
time to start carrying.
This is where I'm at.
It's time to get that conceal and carry.
Drop a pin.
Yeah.
Drop a pin.
Well, you're still here, so I imagine it worked out okay.
It worked out okay.
You get the sale at least?
I didn't want to get the sale. I did not want to get the sale.
It is great timing. You told that story. I was literally going to ask if you've encountered any shirtless people, because I'm a big shirtless farmer.
Yeah.
I hate wearing a shirt. It's stupid, and I don't have the body of a shirtless farmer, but I do it anyway.
Not on the Missouri border though. You're up here in Northwest
that's true.
Iowa.
I'd be a catch up there or down there.
Just a big bottle of ketchup.
But dude, the amount of fertilizer and seed salesmen people that have talked to me while I'm standing shirtless with my cut off jean shorts at my farm has got to be 15, 20 people by now.
Yeah.
And the whole time I'm like, I don't really want them to be here. This is probably awkward for them. It's not awkward for me because I don't care. And they want my business, but I got to imagine it's no fun for them.
That's so funny. That's so good.
So I'm glad that you've encountered someone who's maybe a little weirder than me. I don't ever take them like out in the woods and say, hey, let's go hang out.
Let's go walk all my fence lines.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Do you have any other exciting like insurance encounters in the cold calling days?
It's very exciting industry.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably the best. I mean, I've been to wineries in Dubuque.
Oh, wow.
I tried targeting breweries for a while.
Sure.
I thought that would be fun. But probably nothing quite like that.
Sure.
You meet some interesting people.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
for sure.
The insurance game, man.
Yeah.
Tell me what your thoughts are on the insurance world right now.
It is.
Yeah.
It's chaotic. Yeah, it's very chaotic. It's changed, as I'm sure you guys have all experienced in the last couple of years. I don't think it's ever going back.
Yeah.
Like a hog building, for example, I think it used to cost $800, $1,000 to insure. Now it's $5,000-$6,000 if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be 12 or 14,000.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of those contracts for those sites, right? So they earmark you X dollars per hog space, right?
Yeah. As far as payment from the
from the company
grower.
that you're, yeah.
Yep.
So if
Yeah, it
you're
goes by
match
hog
offs or
space.
whoever,
Yep.
Goes by.
right?
Yep.
And so your insurance costs when you built that building, that space for insurance on that pig was
Oh yeah. Way less.
way less.
Yeah.
And now all that profit seems to be eaten up just by insurance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Especially when the hog
It's-
the hog market isn't spectacular by any
Yeah,
means.
it's not just the hog market, but for example, in the hog market, like, you think about, there's not a lot of companies that really want to or know how to write hog building
Right.
or even
Yeah.
a cattle confinement,
Yeah.
because you think about all these companies in Des Moines or somewhere else in a big city, they don't necessarily understand agriculture. You got somebody sitting in a desk in the middle of downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of market for it. And then the ones that do usually insure a lot of them,
Yeah.
and so if there's a big storm that comes through, nowadays that adds up to a lot of dollars.
Yeah,
And so the
fast.
issue is that, plus, people were underinsured for a long period of time. And when costs just increased quite a bit, people had a storm damage. They insured the building at, let's say, $300,000. Replacement cost was $600,000. The insurance
Yeah.
company is required to pay out $600,000.
Eesh.
They only got the premium for $300,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that didn't work out.
Yeah.
Dang, yeah.
So we had a storm come through. What was that? Probably 5-6 weeks ago.
Yeah,
We kind of
not
had
that long ago.
80-mile-an-hour
Yeah.
winds.
Yeah.
I know the local county mutual up there at least had $13-some million of damage just from that.
Just from that.
Yeah. So
Good grief.
yeah, it's not a great time to be in the insurance industry. So
Yeah,
hence why I got out.
So all the insurance companies, they themselves have insurance through a reinsurance company.
Correct.
Are the reinsurance companies squeezing them that tight? Because when I look
Yep.
at somebody like Farm Bureau or the profits that they have seem to be big. Is it not really that big in the grand scheme of things when you compare it to the amount that they're insuring?
Yeah.
Is it really that tight of margins that they have to raise insurance prices that much, you think?
Yeah. If I think historically, if you look at the numbers of what insurance companies have made, it has been a lot of profit. But I know in just the last 4 to 5 years, it hasn't.
Really?
They've been in the red for a few years.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing with the reinsurance is they've changed their contracts. So, the local county mutual, right, used to be responsible for, say, $1 million, and the reinsurance company would pick up the rest. Well, now local county mutual is responsible for $10
Their
million.
premiums are going up.
Their premiums
the
are going
reinsurance
up.
Are asking them to.
Their premiums
Oh, man.
have doubled. So I know like 50 cents of every dollar that comes in the door goes out to reinsurance roughly.
Yeah.
For the county mutual. But then, they used to be responsible to pay out $1 million in claims. Now they're responsible to pay $10 million in claims. That's their cap. And the reinsurance picks it up the rest.
Yeah.
So their premiums have doubled, plus they have a lot more exposure.
So on that $13 million that they just lost from this one simple
They had to pay
storm,
10.
they had to pay 10
Where-
instead of 1.
Where 2 years ago they would have had to pay
Yeah.
1. Yeah.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
That is
Yep.
tough.
Yep.
That is tough.
Man.
Somebody better figure it out fast.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if I look at the balance sheet on farming, what is the one thing that probably is escalating faster than anything else? It's for sure insurance.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's nothing other than cost that is changing about it, right? There's
Right.
no new policy types or anything else.
If
that's trying
anything,
to come to the
coverages are
market.
getting worse.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're losing coverage and our premiums are going way up.
Yep.
At least when I look at seed, being a seed dealer,
Mm-hmm.
and my costs may be going up every year, or the value of my product
Mm-hmm.
is going up every year. But there's also a new trait package. There's a new seed treatment. There's a new genetic trait that's being installed.
Yep.
That at least gives some value to the farmer. Whereas
Yeah.
we're just simply covering costs.
Yep.
And that's tough to swallow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you look at your balance sheet or your P&L, it's usually one of the first things that you kind of want to cut, right? Because those are usually dollars out the door that you never see again.
Never
you
see
know.
them. Well, we got to come up with something.
Yeah.
I've got back in my
Fix
brains.
it,
I got
David.
ideas. We'll
Yeah.
have to have a little conversation about some ideas I got after this.
There you go. There are what they call captive markets. So, and it's mainly right now in the commercial world where like roofing contractors are pretty risky for an insurance
Right.
company, right?
Yeah.
You know, people fall off roofs. And,
Yeah.
but for those roofing contractors that are really, safety oriented, they've kind of gotten together, for example, pooled their resources
Right.
and have self-insured themselves.
Yeah.
Because right
There's
now
gotta be
they're
something like that
subsidizing
coming.
maybe the guy that doesn't really have
That's right.
safety oriented
That's
practices.
right. That's
So,
right. Yeah. All good thoughts.
Yeah.
So
You always got a clever idea, Dave. Freaking figure it out, bro.
This is one of the fun things about Grok is I can just start asking Grok questions and it'll just start spitting stuff back to me, and then I'll
Yeah.
just make a business plan.
Yeah.
So we'll
Yep.
come up with some ideas.
There you go.
Okay, so you sold insurance.
Yep.
And you and your wife moved back to the farm.
Yep.
Where do you live
right
in-
across from the farm.
Right
Yep.
across.
Yep.
Okay.
So live on an acreage right across from the farm. My aunt used to live there. She passed away a couple years ago. We moved in there, remodeled the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's a process.
Yeah. Ongoing.
Ongoing. Never
Yeah.
ends.
How's that seed? How's that grass seed coming?
Not great.
Did you
Not
sell
great.
it?
Well, see, I tried.
You must not be taking care of it the right way.
No. Well, I tried planting it, so it's about 2 acres. I tried planting it in September/October of last year.
Okay.
Not a great time.
Yeah.
Super dry.
Yeah.
And then I planted the grass this year kind of before we got all the rain.
Yeah.
Like it was still really dry and
Yeah.
the farmers were kind of thinking like if we don't get any rain here, we're going to
it's
be
gonna
in
be a problem.
trouble.
Yeah.
And so I watered that thing, tried to sprinkle it, move the sprinklers around.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it enough. It would dry up, as soon as I got done.
It's really tough.
And then, so I did that for 2 weeks. I'm like, when do I give up? Like, how long do I do this?
No, you got to go for at least a month.
Yeah. So I gave up about 2.5 weeks in, and then all the rain started coming.
Yeah,
So
well,
the grass has kind of come through,
That's
but
good.
it is also a lot of weeds.
Yeah.
So I've been mowing a lot of
You deal
weeds.
with that for the first year, year and a half. That's just how it goes when you got a big spot like that.
Yeah.
Well,
So
That's
the rain
good.
came,
All right.
and then it didn't stop coming.
Yeah.
Correct.
So now you live across from the farm,
correct. Yep.
and you our insurance relationship kind of changed because you now are taking over, right?
Yep.
Sheldon Power and Equipment.
Correct.
Right.
Yep. So my dad farmed at hogs and sold John Deere equipment for 20, 25 years.
Okay.
Worked for Sheldon Implement at the time, which was in Sheldon, Iowa, John Deere, one owner store. When the owner passed away in 2010, it was kind of the right timing for John Deere because they were going to more of a consolidation model. So think about all the big stores around here.
Yeah,
Continued to do.
massive consolidation.
Yep.
Yep.
So the mechanics and other people at the time kind of said, we don't really want to go anywhere else. Let's just keep wrenching. So we kept the doors open. My dad bought the building and really are what I would call us is an independent repair shop. So
Okay. Yeah.
so we work on semi trucks, we work on combines, we work on tractors, we work on small engines, pressure washers.
And that's what Sheldon Power and Equipment is.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. So we have the John Deere facility, which they kind of built in 2008 or 9,
Yeah, pretty-
and then it kind of
pretty
went
new.
away.
Yeah.
So we kind of have this
big
big
space,
facility
huge
outfitted
space.
with
Yeah.
cranes and everything. So
Yeah.
so
You
we
can
just
work on whatever you want to in there.
Yep. Exactly. So that's kind of the heart of what we do. And then since then have tried to find some things to sell. You know, we have the parts for the repairs that we do, truck parts, trailer parts, small engine parts, tractor parts.
Yeah.
But then have had to try to,
Now you got the sales side too.
the sales side, try to build that as well.
Yeah.
So, which, you can't walk and go get a Case contract or a John Deere contract or a New Holland contract nowadays. So we've kind of had to pivot in terms of what we offer. So we, have the Exmark mower line,
Yeah.
which you've had experience with, which I think is a great mower.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's awesome.
We do a lot of trailers. Minnesota is the main brand that we carry.
Sure.
Great trailer made in Minnesota. But they have, equipment haulers, car haulers, tilt beds, dump trailers, gooseneck flatbeds. So we have that with the mower combination. And then kind of working on some some other things as well. So we're in the process of becoming a Featherlight dealer, most likely, which is
What is
a
a Featherlight? What is that?
Livestock trailers.
livestock trailer.
Okay.
Yep. So
Lack
kind of an
livestock
all
knowledge
aluminum.
coming to play here.
Cattle market stays the way it is in the next 3 years, I'll probably be a customer.
Yeah,
you go.
yeah.
you go.
So we're in the process of that, which I think that'll go well. So we'll be able to offer that. So that'll kind of complete our trailer lineup. And then we were in Nashville last week. We brought on Delco trailers.
Yeah.
They're kind of a price point for us. So Minnesota is kind of the Cadillac of a trailer.
top tier.
You pay for it as well.
Yeah.
Delco is still a great trailer. It's just probably 75%, 70% of the cost of a Minnesota.
There you go.
Sweet.
Kind of gives us different price point options.
yeah.
So.
Yeah. So you've got tillage tool, Landau. You got Landau.
We have Landau, which has been a great line for us with
Yeah.
their VT vertical tillage tool.
Yep.
So we're I've been in this for 3-4 months now, but just kind of evaluating what we all do and what we should do moving forward.
Yeah.
And so I think there'll be some consolidation in some of the stuff that we do.
Narrow your focus a little bit.
Narrow our focus a little bit, get a little more specialized. And I think that'll probably end up being more towards like a outdoor power store where we have the trailers, we have the mowers. I would like to bring on a compact construction line with skid steers and telehandlers.
Yep.
If I can find a quality brand, compact tractors. So that's probably Landau's been a great.
Those are big right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Landscaping companies. No, then you open up the doors for all those people.
Right. We kind of have that customer base a lot already.
Yeah.
So to build on that, and I think the trailers and the mowers and a compact construction or compact
kind of
tractor line
goes
would go
together.
well together.
That's right.
Yeah,
Landscaping.
yeah. So we have like Underfirth grain carts, which is fine. It's just those are big dollars, and when John Deere has 12 of them, right? Like
yeah.
So
There's going to be a lot more than 12 on those lots this year. I'll tell you that.
yeah. There's a lot of wagons and carts out there right now.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we're moving towards. I've been redesigning a website, so I don't have it quite done yet. I think in the next couple weeks, it's pretty much ready to go.
Nice.
But I think that'll kind of represent of who we want to be a lot better.
Yeah.
And
hoop buildings. Are you doing hoop buildings and all that sort of stuff? Because that's
we
one
did.
thing we've seen them.
Yeah, we did some of that. That's probably one of those things that we'll be
that out,
phasing
probably.
out.
Yeah.
We'll be narrowing our focus on some other things.
Yeah.
We could if we want. It's just we have a lot of irons in the fire, so it's just
UTVs though. UTVs. You got UTVs?
potentially phasing that out as well.
We always are haggling about this.
I know,
I
we
could probably
literally
get it for you.
Yeah.
Mitchell can get anything.
I don't mind the idea of UTVs, but that was brought on before I came. We have a big UTV dealer 30 minutes from us.
Sure.
Yeah.
And they
That makes sense.
have Polaris and Can-Am.
They got it all. They got it all.
That's all they do. So,
Yeah.
do you really want to compete with them? I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Right.
So,
Sheldon, Iowa. I love the town of Sheldon, Iowa. Dude, it's like when you think of like small towns, I wrote down everything I love about Sheldon, Iowa. They got a Taco John's for starters.
yeah.
A Fairway.
Number one. Number two is Fairway.
Quick Star.
Yep.
Asian food.
Yep.
A sail barn. They have this awesome outdoor Christian musical
Rise
music
Fest.
festival every year, Rise Fest. Brew House Coffee and Brewery. You got a brewery and a coffee shop.
Yeah.
Sheldon's got it all. And they have Sheldon powered equipment. Sheldon is one of those like rural towns that's like,
Yeah. It's happening.
man, it's awesome. It's happening. Never get bored. Always cool things to do here. What has it been like for you? Was there like trepidations or nerves as you stepped into this? Like thinking, oh man, we're in rural Iowa. Will the business always be there? Or your thoughts about running a business in rural America and what that's been like for you?
Yeah. Well, luckily we're focused around agriculture, and agriculture is the nucleus of
heartbeat.
of Northwest Iowa, of Iowa in general, and we get to serve that. So that's been a great thing. But yeah, there is challenges that come with being in rural Iowa, and growth challenges, I would say as well. With how the town wants to go versus where if you want to do something, maybe some conservative ways of doing stuff. But no, I mean, luckily we're in the agriculture market, and that's who we service, and I think Northwest Iowa in general, and maybe in Iowa in general, but I can speak for Northwest Iowa, is growing.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know, we're lucky in that way. A lot of people reinvest into their communities. A lot of people want to see the communities grow. So there's a lot of growth happening in small towns. A lot of construction and growing farms. So
We have a short 10-mile stretch of blacktop right here, and comes off of Highway 20, it comes south, and then it goes into gravel. And if that had finished gravel for, I think there's another 5 or 10 miles of gravel. If that would have been paved, I think this would be one of the busiest highways coming south out of Storm Lake and a quick way to get to Denison. But since they never paved that, this short little 10-mile stretches, all of a sudden it's coveted. Like we got a brand new house being built right with kitty corner from me.
saw that. Yeah.
Got a brand new house 2 miles up the road. Another person just built a brand new house 3 miles away. I mean, all of a sudden you got people aiming to get to a blacktop road that's quiet, that's got some space.
Close to a major highway.
Close to a major highway. I told Dad, I said, we need to start selling lots. What are we doing? We got some dollars sitting here, little infrastructure, and we got her made.
There you go.
So, I mean, it's people want to be in a rural community. They're growing.
Yeah.
They want their space. They can. Most people can afford to. I shouldn't say most. There are people that are able to afford to build that house now. That they can put that up relatively quickly. It's all a great solution.
Yeah. There's a Sioux Center in Orange City. I don't know if you've been through those towns too, but those are towns that seem to have something figured out.
There's stuff going on.
There's stuff going on. They both have private colleges in them, which helps. I mean, you have a lot of people that would go to, like, for example, Western Christian, and then they go to Dort and Sioux Center, and they graduate and they stay in the community.
Yeah. It's a big
and they
deal.
become business owners. And
Big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sioux County seems like
There's a lot going on.
and like Lyon County too, like two very desirable counties where people really seem very committed to keeping them bustling, keeping businesses there, making sure they're supporting local. It's like I drive through when I take my cattle up to the auction, and I go through like Hull and Boyden and Inwood and all that. Like, do you find yourself, is there any competition with those towns? Because those small towns have tons of industry too.
Yeah. I look at probably Sioux Center as probably the biggest competition.
Okay.
They tore down their entire main street in like 2005 or something and built a mall. What?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And right now, if you drive through just Highway 75, which is what runs through Sioux Center, they are basically rebuilding their entire main street. I mean, they're putting up new buildings all over the place.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dollars in those towns.
Yeah.
A lot of dairies up there, Sioux County.
There is.
A lot of cattle.
Yeah.
There is. Yeah. Which makes ground more expensive, as well.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Because they look at it from a different perspective on how to make those numbers work. So than we do.
Yeah. I actually, when I was doing my soil sampling, soil sampled for a couple dairy guys up there, and we actually were, the parts per million for like phosphorus and stuff were so insane. Like DNR people were like saying you cannot put more manure out. We have to find
spread anymore.
We have to find places to reallocate this because the ground was being overdone to the point where it was almost like negative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, their great grandkids wouldn't have to buy phosphorus.
Yeah.
And stuff. So yeah,
Pretty loaded up.
But boy, yeah, the farms, you get up in there and you start like seeing the houses and the farms. People are just, there's a lot of small town pride, I think, as you move northwest of Elta and up, and then Elta has it too and stuff.
Yeah.
But it seems like it gets on another level when you get up into some of those places.
Yeah.
And you start to notice it close to Sheldon too, and I just think it's kind of where it starts. That's why I love driving through those areas. It's a beautiful drive.
It's a challenge, and props to the communities that can put together a plan of action and take hold where everybody in the community and whoever's kind of leading the action is all on the same page, because it's really hard to do.
Yep.
And so props to those people, because it takes a lot of effort from everybody to get on the same page, same board, head the same direction. That's really cool.
Right.
Yeah. I'm really pumped about like Elta right now. A lot of my friends and people our age are like really getting invested in the community and stuff. And I remember we watched all of our dads do it when we brought in the big playground project we did back in the day that like all the dads in town helped build. So it was like super cheap labor.
Yeah.
And we brought in like this train car to make this cool restaurant, and all these other things were happening. And it's kind of like dying out in small towns. So it pumps me up that I see a bunch of us that are like almost 40 now and stuff, like doing what our dads did at that age back in the community.
Yep, almost 40.
And I think it's going to keep it rocking. 40? Yeah, 38 and a half, bro. Got the gray hairs to prove it. So yeah, it is super fun to live in those small communities when people are bought in, and it I don't know, it gets overlooked, I think, by larger areas. Where it's like, hey, we have a pretty cool life here.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So when you were thinking about coming back here, was farming on the mind? Was insurance on the mind? Tell me what your thoughts were on that.
Yeah, my brother farms full time, and that's kind of his passion. So my role in farming was always to probably look at helping him. You know, I probably wouldn't see myself farming full time. I kind of knew that, but I always enjoy helping him and do. So I've always wanted to help farming. Yeah. At the time, I didn't know what I necessarily wanted to do. Insurance was on my mind because that's what I was doing. That's what I knew, and I had an opportunity there. Yeah. So I did some insurance for a while. Sheldon Power was never on my mind because frankly, my brother-in-law was managing Sheldon Power and did that for 10, 15 years. So
gotcha.
I just never thought about it. And then he took another opportunity and got his own business. And so he does that now. And I kind of thought about it for a while. I was like, hey, why not? Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
So
cool, man.
That's been a roller coaster
sweet
since.
Opportunity. You take those and you run them when you can.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. It was hard to pass up. Yeah.
I actually think there's probably a lot of people who would love to move back to somewhere like where we live, but there's maybe not the opportunity for them there.
Right.
And stuff. But if you can find that niche or niche, however you say it, everyone tells me I say it wrong.
Say it however you want, bud.
Yeah. Where if you're in a bigger city, a more urban area, but you have the financing to maybe move back and potentially start your own thing, if you can find that business that works, then you can make it work because there's community buy-in there.
There's kind of two different ways to look at it. When I was at Iowa, we had a lot of people from Chicago, and everybody kind of wanted to move into Chicago and work in the banking or the finance industry. And I kind of looked at it as I could do that, and there's definitely opportunity there. But there's also a lot of relationships I have back in small town Iowa that people people you trust, people that know and trust you. Yeah. And those jobs were always more attractive to me, because I didn't necessarily want to sit in a skyscraper and be one of 6,000 people working. I would rather work for a small town business where you know the community and you know the people and
Right on.
That's rad.
What is we've kind of touched on some of it, your favorite thing about owning and running a business in rural Iowa, or maybe specifically like some of your favorite things about Sheldon Power and Equipment there, running a business, whether it's relationships or just the fact that you're probably going to pretty much always know everyone you work with or that comes to that door. What's some of your favorite things there?
Yeah. Well, number one, it doesn't feel like work for me. Yeah. And that's a pretty awesome thing, right? You can get up every day and enjoy what you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's always something I looked for. So it's pretty grateful to be in that spot. But I guess I enjoy the challenge of it, every day trying to grow the business and trying to get more business through the door. And if you can get some people, bought into that, that's a pretty special thing. My favorite thing is probably just the challenge of it, just.
Growing up as a farm kid and working on a farm, obviously your dad ran the show, but there's a lot of freedom on the farm too. When you worked for somebody else, did you want to be your own boss?
Always, yeah.
I have always felt that way.
Yep.
Every time that I worked at universities or even trying to make certain things happen in other entrepreneurial opportunities, if I'm not my own boss, I'm going to have a real tough time. Yeah. I just have that sense and spirit about me that's like, I just don't want anybody else to tell me what to do.
I suppose that comes from the farm, right?
It has to, I think.
It has to, I think, because your dad's not always watching you. Yeah. You kind of had to find work to do, and he would instill that in me. Like, if you don't know what to do, find something.
Find something to do.
So I guess that comes from that, but I was definitely the same way.
Maybe I'm just stubborn. I don't know.
That could be too. Yeah.
We're all a little stubborn.
Yeah.
Ego.
Yeah.
Selfish, prideful, but those are just little.
They're just tiny. Don't worry about those.
It's funny you said there's always something to do. For like 2.5 years, I worked in the part-time in the meat department at Fairway in Storm Lake just to make a little extra money because paying off debt faster. And I kept getting raises, and all of my part-time counterparts like never did. And they were always like, I don't like, you keep getting raises and all this stuff. And I was like, well, I'm always like finding something to do in the freezer, rearrange the freezer if it's dead. There's not a lot of people here. And they would just like stand around, and I'd be like, there was always something to do. I shouldn't have to tell you, like, and eventually I kind of became their boss, but they would just stand there. Like if there wasn't a customer, I'd be like, are you kidding me? Refill this meat thing, or go prep this thing in the freezer, or go wash dishes. Like, crying out loud, there's always something to do.
Yep.
Something to do. Yep.
I think that's probably one of the biggest qualities that comes from being a farm kid, you know.
Yeah.
And if you take that to somewhere else, say Chicago, for example, right? Like that's a pretty attractive quality that employers look for. So
yeah, for sure. But don't go to Chicago because we'd rather have you here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right on. All right. You got any more questions about Sheldon Power and all that?
Not about Sheldon Power, no. I don't think so.
What else you got?
Well, I want to hear your take on the game this weekend.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
When I was in school, Iowa was, I think, on a streak of 6 or 7-0 against Iowa State.
It was good times.
So my confidence level was pretty high all the time.
Yeah.
It's gone down a little bit, I will say.
Matt Campbell has changed our confidence.
Yeah.
Yes, he has.
Gosh, that was like the most gold mine statement from a Hawkeye fan I've ever heard. It's true. That's so beautiful.
I'm a little nervous going into this week, I will say, watching the first game that Iowa played Saturday.
Do you think that they just played dumb? I mean, they could have sneezed on Albany and won. Do you think that it was that sort of game, or do you really think that they struggled in the way that everybody thinks they struggled?
Well, the run game was fine. The O-line is going to be just fine. Now, Iowa's left guard, man. I was an O-lineman, had a chance to play some decent college football, decided not to. Love O-line play. I just get nerdy about it. So I'm watching Iowa's left guard for 5 years. The guy still hasn't figured out how to pass block. Drives me crazy. Bo Stevens, if you listen to this podcast, let me change you into a better pass blocker. But the guy's a road grader in the run game.
Yeah.
But boy, pass blocking, not great. And he comes from the blind side too. But other than that, our O-line is really, really good. And
what do they call you? An armchair O-lineman? Is that what they say?
Armchair O-lineman. I know what I'm doing though. I think Gronowski was nervous.
I think it was too.
I wondered if
I think eventually Ferentz was like, you know what?
Bit.
Forget this. Let's just run it, smoke him. But geez Louise, if he was nervous for that.
Well, I mean, he was
Jack Trice.
Yeah. He was a great quarterback at SDSU, but going from SDSU to Iowa is a different level.
Yeah.
And so I think that was probably some of it, just first game, like deer in the headlights a little bit. Yeah, you could kind of see that in his play.
That's kind of what I'm wondering. I think there's more to what was it, like 50 yards of passing through the game? I think he's better than
his
that.
first throw, there was a guy who was so wide open in the end zone. He threw it like 10 yards short to him.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. But he was also like mad and like beating himself up. I think he'll learn from it.
I think there's more there than maybe what meets the eye.
Here's the deal with Iowa. You know, even with how we looked on the first week, going into Jack Trice, we are going to run the ball.
Oh yeah, the boys will be
Iowa
ready.
State probably will make a mistake, and it very well could be a 13-3, 13-7 game.
Honestly,
It's frustrating for if you're not an Iowa fan. I mean, it's frustrating, it's frustrating for me to watch sometimes too.
We haven't won in Ames since 2011.
I know that's another reason I'm nervous. I'm like, well,
was that Steel Jance? No, 2011. I was still in college.
It was Steel Jance.
Is that who it was?
Triple overtime.
Triple OT.
44-41.
Gosh,
never forget that game.
So
that's another
sickening.
reason I'm nervous. Also, honestly, what I'm more nervous about, I think Gronowski will figure it out. The run game will be okay.
I think so too.
I'm worried about Iowa's secondary.
Really?
This is maybe the worst group of corners we've had that I can remember in a long time. Now, Phil Parker is an amazing coach. I think he can do some stuff to help him figure it out, but I'm a little worried that Iowa State's receivers might torch our secondary.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see.
Improving on both sides of the ball, I would say.
We gave up a lot of wide open passes to Albany for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah. And you watch Iowa State, go to Dublin and beat a pretty good team. At least I expect them to be a pretty good team.
South Dakota.
Yeah.
Jeepers.
Yeah. They could be pretty good this year.
I think there's a lot of hopefulness out of the Iowa State camp
Yeah.
this week,
Yeah.
and I think there's a lot of noise that comes with that. Can't let it get to you. You can't, because I tell you what, a lot of times when Iowa's doing well, they have a big season, they trip up in Ames or they trip up at home against Iowa State. The same goes for Iowa State though too. It's so easy to lose that game. I mean,
And it kind of sets the tone.
it does,
for the rest of the year a little bit.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
My buddy Tom so for 2 years there, he was like a compliance director person for the athletic department. So he had to like help athletes with certain things and like monitor stuff. He said that he could never figure out why in Iowa State's weight room, when he went there was more like elliptical machines and treadmills and stuff than weight machines. Like, what are we doing? We were a Big 12 football team here. And then apparently when Campbell came in, he was like, what in the world? Like, completely gutted the weight room, started all over. He said, we can't have our linemen out here on elliptical machines. What are we doing? And so he's just like completely changed the entire mindset.
Yeah.
Well, he started with
that
Yancey.
football team.
Yancey was a huge. Well, that might have been Paul Rhodes. Paul Rhodes might have been brought Yancey in, and then Matt Campbell brought somebody else in. But it's a big change when you go from strength coach ideas. They kind of have their own philosophies, and it's a big deal to make strength coach changes.
Yep.
Yeah. But Campbell has he's very Ferentz-like.
Yeah.
He's very Ferentz-like. And so
They are very similar people.
I think that Iowa State's going to run the ball. They're going to play 3 tight ends, 4 tight ends in some sets. But here's the thing, trying to out Iowa at being Iowa
It's hard.
is a hard thing to
Yeah.
do. And so I hope they kind of let Rocco take advantage. He seems like he's in such good control of the game right now. I mean, 19 at 20.
That's the difference between Iowa State and Iowa right now is you guys have a quarterback that you've built around.
Yeah.
You have a lot of confidence around where we're kind of like, how's that?
I just hope that
go?
those players, I still have a disgusting taste in my mouth, and I'm not on the team.
Yeah.
They better have a disgusting taste in their mouth for that second half last year.
Yeah.
And let that motivate them.
Yes.
I sat out here in David's shop and watched that collapse with 50 Iowa State fans.
Right.
Man, it was such a beautiful thing.
It was one of the worst afternoons of my life.
Oh, man. It was such a great time. We roasted a whole hog. Head was out here. And I just happened to invite more Iowa State fans than Iowa fans.
Oh, it was brutal.
It's not my fault. That's just what happened. Okay. And the hog was ready about halftime, and we all said just a nice, quick prayer for the meal. And I might have tacked on at the end of the prayer, would you please let Iowa State come back at half and win? And what do you know? It worked. So you can't blame me.
No.
Okay. You can't blame me.
I was at that game.
I have been for 360 days.
Yeah.
Were you really?
I was at that game.
Dang,
Oh,
buddy.
man.
Yeah, that was brutal.
That's so sad.
That was brutal.
So sad.
I was also didn't Iowa State beat Iowa? Was it 2 or 3 years prior in Kenneck, or was it the year prior? No, it couldn't have been the year prior. 2 years
Well,
prior.
2 years
Hunter Deckers beat him 2 years prior.
Yeah,
in
I was at that
Kenneck.
game too.
That one
Oh man.
Yeah.
That was a
Iowa-
95-yard drive with a soon to be.
shouldn't have even mattered. Iowa's going in for like the game-winning touchdown to seal the deal, and that dummy fumbles it. Ooh.
Yeah.
We fired up, Hoshway.
Rough. Here we go. We're getting him
Football
going.
season is back.
It's back.
I'm excited
man.
for it. Yeah.
All right, do
NFL.
you have a score prediction?
I think it's going to be probably 14 to 28 Iowa State.
Okay.
I'm going 24-16 Hawks. I'm not going to go against them. Iowa State's going to get 1 touchdown, 3 field goals.
I like it.
I'll say 30 to 14 Iowa State.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Blowout.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
I don't know. I mean, there's a good chance that we lose
Well,
and
a
don't
couple weeks
score.
from now
Don't
when
score a
this episode
touchdown.
comes out,
Don't
we'll
score a
find out
touchdown.
if we were right or not.
Yeah, we're gonna look like such idiots.
This weekend.
This weekend, yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta pub this Friday.
Yeah.
Well, we can put it out later if you want. It's up to you.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's already like, I can't keep up. Honestly.
I had fallen asleep. Like,
Yeah, look at him back
All right.
And talking about insurance, he's like, this will be the first year at Sheldon Power. We do the Clay County Fair.
Oh yeah, tell me about that. You
Every
just came
year.
straight from.
Yeah, I brought some equipment to the Clay County Fair. That's a process. We're bringing like
Yeah.
40 pieces of
Yeah.
stuff down there, and then
Well,
you got to bring it all back.
Let's start on Saturday.
Yeah, starts Saturday.
Yep.
Usually I go to the Iowa State game every year, but I will be watching it at the Clay County Fair.
Yeah.
So if somebody comes up and tries to buy something from me during the Iowa game, I apologize because I will probably just be like, shh.
Yep.
Just
Go.
Leave me alone.
Is this the first time you've been at the Clay County Fair?
No, I mean, I used to go as a kid all the time.
No, but I mean like Sheldon Power Equipment,
Yep.
first time?
Well, no, we've been there for a while.
Yeah.
It's just the first time that I will be,
Gotcha. Sweet.
being part of it.
I'm going to
So-
try and be up there. Is Tuesday Senior Citizen Day?
I don't know.
That's
You're
when I
too-
try
you're
to
too
go.
young.
That's
You
when I
wanna be
try
at
to
the
go
Senior
because it's
You
a
wanna
lot
walk
less
around with all the
crowded.
blue hairs?
You just got to wear some steel-toed boots so you don't get run over. But otherwise,
I'm gonna be there.
that's the day to go.
I'm going
Yeah.
to be there on Monday, going with my
Okay.
parents to hang out, and then we're going to go to the Home Free concert.
Oh yeah,
Love Home Free.
They're good.
Yeah, love
They're
them.
good.
Acapella group.
You're not going to Oliver Anthony?
No. Isn't it Anthony Oliver?
Oh,
Or is it Oliver Anthony?
Huh?
I don't remember now.
You got me confused.
I think it's Oliver Anthony.
I think it's
Isn't that what I said?
Oliver
Yeah,
Anthony.
but I don't remember
He's
now.
going to be there?
Yeah, he's going to be there. He's in the
Really?
grandstand. Yeah, one
That
of the
man is a ginger if there ever was one.
Yes.
I have some. It's funny we were talking about the fair. I was going to ask you some Midwest related questions here to close out. What is your favorite Midwest dessert?
Oof. You know, a lot of people like scotcheroos. I am not a scotcheroo fan.
There's the door. Don't let it hit you on the way
You and
out.
Kelly. What the frick? His wife don't like him either.
Not about it. I think that's she's mad at it because she struggles to cook it.
Okay.
Don't let her know that I said that.
Kelly, don't hate the game, hate the player.
Not very Midwest, I
She doesn't
suppose.
listen to the pod anyways. It's okay.
Not very Midwest, I suppose. But I grew up, 30 minutes north of Lamar's, right? Ice cream capital of the
here we
world.
go.
Yeah.
I grew up just eating like half a tub of ice cream every night.
yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Ice cream it is.
Ice cream is probably number one.
Ice cream it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes my favorite desserts are also called salads, so it's tough to which one is it?
I'm
Which
red
one is
velvet
it?
cake all day, but that's not Midwest specific, so I'd probably say Scotcheroo.
Scotcheroo, yeah.
Scotcheroo.
Yeah, dude, high school track meets in Lamar's, stopping there and getting ice cream afterwards. So awesome.
Dirt cake? Anybody?
Look for it. Oh, those are so
Dirt cake.
good.
Yeah, there you
Oreo, is Oreo fluff?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Oreo salad.
It's a salad.
Yeah.
It's
there
a
you go.
salad. Yes.
Yeah.
sugar salad.
Yeah.
Here's
Yes.
a salad with cream, sugar, Snickers in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Salad. Yeah.
What is do you have a favorite, like crazy, like fair food?
Fried anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fried Oreos, fried ice cream, fried whatever. Yeah. That's probably what I'll be doing. I'll be sitting
the
there
poutine.
Dude, you're
while
going to
you're
be
there.
there
eating
every day.
fried
You're going to be there
food
every
every
day.
Probably not every day, but probably at
They
least
give
half.
you some. I mean, you've bought a big space there. They're going to
Yeah.
give you some, some food vouchers to
I
go
don't
and
know.
try
We'll find
some
out.
stuff out.
Oh,
Yeah.
they will for
I
sure.
think you need to pull their leg a little bit.
Yeah, I think so.
People are going to be like walking around being like, why is that Sheldon Power
Right.
Equipment guy always doing jumping jacks?
It's just
Right
Why
now,
is he doing
always
up
eating
downs?
food.
yeah. Right now we have like an enclosed trailer is kind of stuff that we store in, and we have a tent
Sure.
outside of it. My goal is to eventually have like a camper or an RV there,
Yeah.
so I can have the Iowa game running, some
Yes.
AC,
Then people will be hanging
have
out.
some appetizers
They'll
going
be
in.
hanging out there.
Yeah,
Gosh, yeah. Let's go tailgate
Day
there.
one of the Clay County Fair, you need to be at Mitchell's
You're going to
Yeah.
have like
at the
300 people
at the
there.
Sheldon
Yeah.
Power and Equipment booth.
yeah.
Dude, while you're there, you got to get poutine.
Oh, I love
Oh,
poutine.
yeah.
I
So
love
good.
poutine. Yeah.
Damn.
There's the Oak Tree barbecue stand there.
Yeah,
That's,
that one's good.
That's good.
one's
Good
good.
place too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite like Midwest city, like of the bigger ones we think about that you like to go frequent, hang out, maybe a little weekend getaway or something?
I used to like Minneapolis, but that's kind of turned into Murder-apolis, as they say.
And Minneapolis ain't
But-
great anymore.
Yeah. But when I was in Iowa City, we would make frequent trips to Chicago because it was 3 hours.
Yeah.
So I like
You like
Chicago a
Chicago?
lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Josiah and I are going there in December. It's gonna be a good time.
Got to go to Giordano's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've
Get some
heard
Get the
pizza.
real deal.
Giordano's. You got Lou Malnati,
Yep.
pizza. My best friend, actually, his family, they have deep Chicago ties. He told me that he went there and got like his favorite one he's ever had, and he's all about the deep dish just recently, but he forgot the name, so he couldn't
Yeah.
tell me the name. Dang,
I think
gotta find it
Giordano's
out.
is probably more of like a touristy spot,
Yeah.
but there's probably some local deep dish spots that are
Yeah.
really good. But
Yeah.
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I like
Awesome.
Chicago. Chicago's a good place. You're going to Chris Kringle's Market, right? You're gonna
yeah.
hit that up
Oh yes.
in December.
And we're gonna do that, and we're gonna do my favorite Chicago dog. We're gonna hit up like 6-7 different Chicago dog spots. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Make a video while we're there.
I think I was there in December. We hit that market on a nice evening with a stiff east breeze off of the lake. I don't think I've ever been so cold. Ever.
That breeze off Lake Michigan
Ever.
can be
Wow.
Brutal.
That is chilly.
Yep.
That's all right. You got anything else over there?
No, man. This has been
All right.
fun.
I was going to say one more thing. You should end this by plug your business. What's your best deal you got, or why should people come shop at Sheldon Power Equipment?
Yeah. Well, we have some fair specials going on. So if
here
you
we
want to
go.
go to the Clay County
yes.
Fair, pretty much everything that we will have there has a fair special on it. So
Well, now this has to come out this Friday.
So if you're looking for a mower, or you're looking for a dump trailer, or a gooseneck, or anything like that, we'll have some pretty good discounts going on. We're going to also be running a service credit. So if you buy a trailer, we'll give you a gift card basically to get something serviced at Sheldon Power.
Nice.
So there's that going on. Long term, we got a lot of things in the mix. I told you we are rebuilding the website. We'll probably actually be going through a name change at some point.
Okay.
Our long term goal is to have multiple locations, and you can't do that when you have Sheldon. I mean, Sheldon's in our name, so I would rather do that sooner than later, is to kind of go for more of a regional name. So we'll do some rebranding, a name change, new website, getting more specialized in some stuff.
The whole nine, man.
The whole dealio.
Yep.
Me and Dave are going to live on one of our next episodes here brainstorm some new names for you.
There you go.
Okay.
The other thing we have going on is we're going to be starting a rental division. So
there you go.
I kind of see that more with like the outdoor power performance equipment. We're going to have the rental side because we have a lot of these trailers on hand. So you can rent a dump trailer, you can rent an enclosed trailer, you can rent a utility trailer. And then I would like to eventually, we have some stuff already purchased for the rental fleet, but compact tractors and those attachments that go with it, compact skid steers and attachments.
Yes.
So
that's needed, man. It's very much so needed. It's wonderful.
I have an initial thought for a name change.
You didn't hear anything you just said.
No, I heard it.
He's been thinking
But
about
the wheels
this.
were turning.
Okay.
All right. So it could just be called the Power Company. And the logo could be, there's two linemen, the two best offensive linemen in the area, me and former All-Pro NFL lineman Adam Timmerman. It could be a silhouette of us doing just pass pro.
There you go.
Could be the logo.
We should do some commercials and have you come down and do some commercials.
Baby.
Hey there.
Yeah.
You name it, we're there. I would love to do that. You get me on a mower, I could get on all your equipment, do goofy stuff. We could make it fun.
We could have some pretty good ideas going.
I think there's some good stuff here.
I think
do
that X-Mark can pop a wheelie if it
Let's do
wants
it.
to.
Yes.
We could have Ped popping a
There we
wheelie.
go.
Yeah? Me and Josiah could even make a commercial for you for the right price.
There you go.
You could put it on all your
He's just
socials,
in there doing
TV,
this.
everything.
Yeah. Someday when this podcast starts to blow up, I will have to actually pay to sponsor instead of bring porch maybe.
Yeah. I love it. Hey, I would love to actually come do that. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. We
And while we're
can
there,
work
I'll-
something out.
I'll hit up Fairway, Quick Star, and Taco John's.
We can maybe have a guest, what do you call it? I guess a guest podcast over there.
We
So
were thinking about doing a live
we can
pod
do
up
it at
there.
Yes,
You got a big,
actually
do you
would
have
be
big
fun.
Sheldon, a Sheldon Days or like a big
Yeah.
Sheldon, whatever something.
Well, I was in the Labor Day parade. We have Sheldon Celebration Days, which was yesterday, and that's a pretty big event. So we get some equipment, we haul through the parade.
A
And,
live
Just
podcast
yesterday?
yeah,
oh,
from on location would be a lot of fun.
You can do on location. We could do it at the farm in a hog barn
Okay.
if you wanted.
All right.
Whoa.
I did find out that when I worked
Getting
for
outside my comfort zone.
Yeah,
here, guys.
that was always my. That was always my.
hands are gonna get
That's
rough.
just a little too dirty.
That was always my initiation. I would have some friends in Iowa City, and they'd come visit, and we would go to the lakes, and stuff. But I had to bring them to do hog chores in the morning.
Yes.
So that was always
Yes.
always
Awesome.
fun.
Dude, I will say the grossest, most rancid smell I've to this day experienced is a rotting pig. When you have to, and it's like the rendering truck isn't going to be here for 2 days.
Yeah.
And you're trying to preserve the body to keep it together
Yeah.
before
Those
the
are just-
truck comes. Like
just completely
rendering truck comes
fall
on a
apart.
Thursday, it dies on a Tuesday morning. You're just like, oh no.
We service the rendering trucks at Sheldon Power.
Oh my gosh.
I cannot imagine.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're supposed to wash them before they come, and they do. And sometimes, like if it's cold or you don't really get a smell. But if it's a hot, humid day and they didn't wash it well enough, it's like get
You
that
smell
thing
that in
in.
the offices.
It creeps up to the front. It's like get it in and get it out as fast as you
man.
can.
I'm just like amazed by how quickly pigs just deteriorate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So much faster
yeah.
than cattle.
I have some stories about that. Yeah.
I'll tell you how fast this pig deteriorates on Saturday when it's on when it's on my pit for 14 hours. I'll tell you how good it tastes.
Yummy.
There you go.
All right, this has been great.
Yeah.
We might have to
Yeah.
have Mitch on again.
I think
That's
so.
fun.
When I get the branding done and the name
Yeah,
change,
part
I'll
two.
bring some gear.
There you go. Like
Part
it.
two.
I
We'll
like
do
it.
a part two.
We will both wear our Iowa Hawkeye gear for Dave that day too.
There you go.
Sounds good. We'll see how it goes this weekend.
Awesome.
Best of luck to you. I hope you both lose.
Well, thank you so much, people, for listening, tuning in. If there's people who listen on Apple and Spotify, I would encourage you to check out YouTube.
That's right.
You got to see our beautiful smiling faces. You get to
Yes.
build some familiarity with us. See Dave's eye rolls when I say things. YouTube is where it's at. So you should check out the YouTube. Also listen on the go on Spotify and Apple, though, as well. And tell your friends, tell your family. Let's make this the best media company in all of Ida County.
We're in Sac County right now. We're
Whoops.
not even in Ida County.
Well, let's do both.
Okay, there you
Sac
go.
and Ida
Sounds
County. All right. Thank you so much, people, for listening. And shop at Sheldon Power. Do you have toys, like farm toys and stuff there?
Yeah, we have like chainsaw, like mini chainsaws and
Whoa.
trimmers. And
Whoa.
Hit it up
yeah.
for like your son's next birthday or something like that. Go buy some toys there.
There you go.
So, all right. Thank you. And we'll see you next time for another excellent adventure.
Dunzo. Well done.